Hello everyone! Welcome back to AAS Publishing. Today we're going to carry on with our on publishing in the American Astronomical Society, the AAS journals, as an author. And where we left off last time is you submitted your paper to the Astronomical Journal, the APJ, the APJ, APJ Letters, APJ Supplement, Research Notes of the AAS, or Bulletin of the AAS. And as part of that submission process, you selected one of the corridors that the paper will go down. These are basically the same corridors as the IAU, International Astronomy Union, and it goes down one of theirs. The lead editor will then assign it to a scientific editor, which could be the lead editor himself or herself, and away it goes into the peer review. You, as an author, get to wait a little bit while the process begins to play out. And so we're going to cover a little bit of the review process from an author perspective over the next couple of modules, and we'll start. So the peer review process in general, the goal of the sometimes intense review process is to improve a manuscript and arrive at publication. To improve a manuscript and arrive at publication. Okay. Keep that in mind as you go through this, as we go through the rest of these modules, to improve a manuscript and arrive at publication. The acceptance rate for the AAS journals is about 85%, and so the review process should be viewed as a constructive process. And this is just a reflection of the community itself, that the goal is to get the paper published, which isn't to say there won't be criticism, there won't be some words that can be exchanged to help improve the paper and get it to that process. So I'll just briefly mention here, 85% publication rate. You may wonder where the other 15% is. Roughly about 5% or so are not suitable for publication. We'll get to that. Roughly 5% are abandoned. Usually after the first review, you just never hear from the authors again. And so we do have a 6-month policy to reply to a refer report, and if that goes by, then the paper is at risk of being withdrawn as abandoned. That's about 5%. And then about 5% are actually rejected after peer review process. Okay. So the AAS journals, we receive about 100 new manuscripts each week. Some of them are stopped at the gate and are not sent out for review. And this is some of the 5% there. So these submissions are usually, it's a perfectly fine science paper, but it's just not within the scope of the AAS journals. And not to pick on any particular one, but just to give you an example, since I deal with these, an article will come in that is a plasma physics paper. It's a great plasma physics paper, and other than 1 or 2 sentences of lipstick in the beginning, really aren't about astronomy at all. And I hark back to what the metric is. New observations or theories directly applied to astrophysical systems. So in those, it's a perfectly fine paper, and you just send out not within scope of the journals. Then there are the comment papers or review papers. We don't do those. Those will get returned immediately without going out for review. And then you have the not suitable for publication, NSP. These things should not be published in any serious scholarly journal, and you can think of other words that might describe these kinds of papers. So manuscripts that do enter the peer review process are submitted to a text overlap tool. We use Crosscheck, and what it is looking for is cut and paste of previous articles. Obviously there's words, phrases that are very common. Only so many ways you can say supernovae, and so those are perfectly fine. But what you're looking for are blocks of text and captions or the prose itself that has a little bit too much overlap, in which case you will almost certainly get a friendly please rewrite message from the scientific editor, and so you should rephrase that material. And I hope you are not cutting and pasting from somebody else's work. That would get you an ethics violation, and the penalties are a little more bit severe for those cases. So manuscripts that have a significant statistical component are routinely previewed by the AAS statistics editor, and manuscripts with a significant software or data component are routinely previewed by the AAS data editors. And these two, particularly these last two, having your paper looked by a statistics editor and software and data experts, these are unique to the AAS journals. They add value. It's a value-added service to your manuscript to make sure that it is as good as possible by the time it reaches that 85% and coming in for publication. That's what I wanted to say in this module. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.